I'm making all 96 Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tracks in Minecraft. I've already made the first 8 tracks in the game. You can find a link to those videos in the description. Today we're diving into the 9th track of the game, Sunshine Airport. This one was pretty fun to make. I really like Sunshine Airport as a track, despite it being quite a simplistic course with not a whole lot to it. It's got a good layout and I really like the soundtrack. It has to probably be one of my favourite OSTs in the game. I started with the foundation and very base of the track. I thought I'd make a good starting point before I moved on to the latter 2 parts, being the airport building and the anti-gravity section in the sky. I just want to say thank you all for the support recently as well. We've surpassed 250 subscribers, so we're over a quarter of the way there to 1,000. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. You can be a part of that milestone and you can stay updated with the series. I promise you won't regret it. Also, if you have any feedback for my videos, please let me know. One of you suggested I could put up some fun facts on screen when I finish talking and go onto the time lapse. So I've done that with this video and I'll do it for all my future videos now as well. So I'll put some trivia about the track I'm building on screen. There are a lot of interesting Easter eggs about this track actually that I found out when doing the research, but we'll get onto that later. And if you have any recommendations for my thumbnails, title, intro, outro, editing, etc., please let me know. Now, this episode actually marks the first track of the Star Cup. I put a poll out a couple days ago asking which of the 4 tracks is your favourite from the cup, and Wario ended up winning, which I can't really argue with. It is my favourite as well, although I do really like all the tracks. I think the Star Cup is pretty consistent in quality. I actually planned to post this video last week, although it ended up taking a lot longer to build than I thought it would. Even planning out the roads here took a while. I think if I were to make this again, I would probably start with the building instead of doing the ground first. Because of the way I built the ground, I had to make the airport at quite an awkward angle, which made it pretty difficult to build. The ground and runways look a little bit bare at the moment. I come back to it in the end and add in a bunch of details. For the block palette, I used a lot of quartz blocks in this build. They match the palette well, but I don't know if all the white gets a bit too overwhelming. I also used quite a lot of concrete as well, and some gold blocks in some parts, which I know is considered a bit of a crime using gold blocks in Minecraft builds, but it's what fit the texture the best. In the interior of the building, there are a lot of posters along the wall. Like some of my other builds, I used map art placed in item frames. It took a really long time since they ended up being quite big, and there are a lot of different types of posters, but you'll see a bit more of that later on in the video. There was one type of banner that I couldn't find an image of anywhere on the internet, which was a Coconut Cafe advertisement, which was a bit unfortunate, so I just had to replace it with another type of poster that I'd already made. If you've noticed, for this video I'm also testing out a new shader pack for the replays. It's because the shadows from the shader pack I used before didn't look very good. For example, if you look back at my last video where I made Shy Guy Falls, the shadows looked pretty bad and made the cliffs look a bit worse in my opinion. I'll put a comparison on screen between the two. The shadows just looked quite blocky and didn't blend in with the cliff very well, so I felt that it was time to update it. And the new shaders are a bit more vibrant as well, which I wanted to do since some of the footage in the past has looked a bit dull. But anyway, I don't have too much else to say. Enjoy the rest of the time lapse, and like I said, I've added some fun facts, so I hope you enjoy those, and then we'll look at the final build at the end. we're just about at the end now. There were a lot of small details I didn't bother to record in the replays towards the end, but you'll see them all now as it is time to look at the finished build. Again, if you did enjoy, please consider subscribing, and you can keep up with the videos. Dolphin Shoals will be out next, which is going to be a very difficult one to make. But anyway, thank you for watching, bye.